usual about the new surgeon dog, Caleb? Which number, which question are we looking at? Number 18. 18 with angle 2. What do we know about these two angles? How are they related to each other? What is the name that you would tell me? Angle 2 with the 115, Maria? They're vertical. So if they are vertical, they are going to be congruent. So this has to be 115 degrees. And if I ask you why, which on the test for this unit, I will, you would tell me vertical. Now, the other thing that we talked about yesterday was the same side interior. So what do I know about 2 and 4 together? Same side interior, which means they are supplementary, right? So I know this is 115, and now I know that 2 and 4 together have to add to 180. Gavin, question?
Is this due tomorrow?
Well, this page and the back you're going to turn in before the end of this period, before you leave today. Okay? So you will, but I need you quiet. Yep. 15, 16, 17. So, angle 5, you got that one, right? What do we know about these two angles when they are along a straight line? Supplementary. So, in order to find angle 5, we're going to take the 180 and subtract the 125. Okay? Now, once I know that, and we already found because of alternate interior angles, what do I know all three angles inside the triangle have to total to? 180. So once I find this angle, and I know 40, I can find angle what? Right? That'd be the next one I find. And then, once I find one, so does that make sense, Taylor, what you're going to do? Then I know along this straight line, it's not that they're supplementary, but all three angles will total to 180. Does that make sense? Okay? All right. Any other questions this page? Please turn to the next page. This was mostly vocabulary. So this is the front and back that I said I would like this page turned in. And if you haven't turned in 10, 9, 8, or anything else prior to this, I want everything through this page turned in today. So your first order of business, you're going to have an activity that we're working on in class besides 11 for homework. Your first order of business is finish this side of 10. Okay? Next.
This is 11.
Or 11. Finish 11. This page. Are there any questions on this page? This page is not due today. We're not going to hand this in today. Lucas.
I had no idea how to. I did not understand this.
Okay, so let's start down here with this 40. What do you know about these two angles along this straight line that you can find angle A?
Oh, I didn't notice that 40 down there.
Oh, yeah. So they give us that one. That's kind of the key why they have A first. That is 40 degrees. And if I ask you why, you can tell me it was supplementary.
That's right.
140. Yes, 140. And then, what do we know about angle B?
It has to be 40.
It has to be 40 because it is a vertical, right? All right. Now, this marking up here tells us it's how many degrees? 90. Now, if I'm going to go in between, because what it tells us is that these two lines are parallel and that these two lines are parallel, okay? Now, if I'm looking up here, what angle has to be congruent to 40 up here in this picture, Sanjay? H has to be 40. So I'm going to go down to H and I'm going to put that as 40. And the reason it is what kind of angle is that at 40? H with 40. Special name, what is that? Same spot.
Same with side interior.
No.
Corresponding.
Corresponding. Who said that? Nice job, Ben. Corresponding. This corresponds. And I have had people tell me it's congruent. Yes, I know it's congruent. Congruent means the same measure. Corresponding. So on the test, when you do this, I'm going to specifically ask you how it's related to the other angles. So now, this was the one that I said, okay, if we know this is 40, can we find G? And this is where it's not drawn to scale, right? So what is angle G going to be if I'm looking at it then? 50. And I had people look at it and go, yeah, but G is a smaller angle and this is 40 and so it can't be. You're using the information from the picture and yes, this is 50. Why is it 50? Because it complements, right? Angle H. It's a complement, meaning it adds to 90. Okay. So, your quiz from yesterday that you took, in the first one it said, you're going to get this back in a few minutes, if the angle is 81 and it's complementary, this should be 9 degrees. Because the people that are taking this or retaking it, because if you were absent some and you didn't get a really good score, I'll let you retake it. How did we know that? Because we took 90 minus 81, right? Complements. What should this one be? What do I have to do? I have to take 180 and subtract 41. I had people telling me it's 131 degrees. 131 got marked wrong. It has to be 139. 131 and 41 do not add up to 180. This had to be 139. And yes, I'm looking for the degree symbol. Down here, I asked you to find each angle. So number 3 had 7 answers, right? I was looking for the measure of angle 1. Oh, 88 degrees. Some of you didn't put in an equal sign. So for all of these, you lost a half a point. Some of you didn't like to write measure. Some of you didn't put degrees. So when you get your quiz back, I just wanted to make sure. Once I know, because of vertical angles, what do I know that the measure of angle 2 has to be? It had to be not be 2 degrees. And once I know that, I should have been able to find all the rest of them. They're either 92 or 88. Okay? Yes. You will take it, and we got a couple other people. You're going to have different numbers. So, homework tonight is the next page in your workbook. Please turn to that next page. Looks like this. It says like 11C on the top. And it's this page. And you're just asked, tell whether the angles are complementary, supplementary, vertical, corresponding, alternate interior. I think it should be, or alternate exterior, alternate interior, or none. Is it possible to have none? Yes. So, as you look at that first page, is there any that you think would be a none on the first page? Good. All of them. Keep it. No. On the first page, talk to your shoulder partner which one you think should be a none on the first page, 1 through 6. 1, 3, 5, 6. Okay? Not all of them. So, in 1 through 6, Nick, what were you guys thinking? Number 2 is a none. The angles are right next to each other, but it doesn't make 90, it doesn't make 180, so it is none. You are using those words that are listed up above as you do this page. Please turn to the next page. You are asked again to tell how the angles are related through 14. When you look at that next page, 15 through 22, you're asked to find. Now the reason that it takes so many pages is all these drawings, right? So it can't be just on one page. I want you to look at number 18. People are on, wait, I can't do number 18. And what I want you to think is that if you go all the way around, we are talking about 360 degrees, right? So in your book, I believe it's easier to see. This is 18. So 299 is it? Yeah. So you're going to go with 299, and you're going to add the 33 to that, right? And then you're going to take 360 and subtract that quantity after you've added it, right? So that's all they're asking you in that part, okay? Here you're finding missing angles. You're thinking about complement, supplement, vertical, alternate interior, alternate exterior, okay? Lines are marked parallel. It's just that there's so many drawings that it takes a lot of pages.